Roll out of your red coffins and get out your eulogies because we have your Backstage Pass to Hollywood. Backstage Pass starts now.
In 5, 4,
3, 2,
Are you ready?
Creatures of the night, welcome to Backstage Pass, where we give you the scoop on all things entertainment. My name is Kayla McCrae, and Lucas, who is that?
And my name is Patrick O'Hara, and I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling explorers. And Lucas Alvin.
If you couldn't tell, things are getting pretty spooky around here. It's officially October here at Backstage Pass, and you know what that calls for? Halloween, which happens to be creeping up on us. Today, me and Patrick will be talking all things Halloween related. So first, let's get into some witchcraft. Patrick, I heard there was some talk of enchantments being cast over movie theaters soon and streaming services.
Absolutely. I mean, there are such excellent films and TV shows on the way that I have to be products of witchcraft. For example, this November, we are taking a magical trip to the wonderful land of Oz for the film adaptation of Wicked. For those unfamiliar, the 1995 novel to Broadway production is officially hitting the big screen on November 22nd. Starring Cynthia Erivo, Jonathan Bailey, Michelle Yeoh, and Ariana Grande, Wicked focuses on the life and times of the Wicked Witch of the West, long before Dorothy dropped in. The film also focuses on Glinda of Upland. In fact, the main story at hand will be based on how the two witches met while attending the infamous Shiz University, and how the two became enemies, lovers, friends. With witchcraft at hand, anything can defy gravity. With witchcraft in mind, what would spooky season be without the Agatha Harkness? You know, the Marvel antagonist herself. Well, she's officially the star of her very own show as she embarks on the Witch's Road in hopes of restoring her power once and for all. Starring Catherine Hahn, Joe Locke, Patti LuPone, and Aubrey Plaza, the show follows the events of Marvel's WandaVision and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. After Wanda, or the Scarlet Witch's, death in the Multiverse of Madness, Agatha still remains trapped under Wanda's curse in Westview. It isn't until the character named Teen breaks out of the curse that she is met with the face of death herself. The Salem Seven has their mind set on destroying her. So, she gathers up a coven to embark on the Witch's Road in hopes of slowing down the chances of the Salem Seven killing her. The Witch's Road, however, is full of many tricks and treats, but more so tricks. Notably, the road consists of many trials relating to each of the witches in the coven. If the coven fails to finish one of the trials, they will die. Additionally, the road states that once you're on it, there is absolutely no getting off.
Whoa, remember that movie called The Substance that I wanted to see? Well, I finally saw it, and so did the rest of the internet. If you don't remember, The Substance is about a fading Hollywood dance instructor played by Demi Moore who takes a black market drug called the substance in order to make a younger, better version of herself, played by Margaret Qualley, in order to keep up with the industry's impossible beauty standards. Now, I can't even count on my fingers how many times I covered my eyes while watching this movie. The visuals go from campy and colorful to gory, gross, and wretched. But both of these elements were key to making an impactful story about the insane beauty standards placed on women. Many are buzzing about the film on the internet, some saying the film's message was too blatant, while others say that the blatancy was the whole point and that it was an excellent movie. I can definitely second that because I enjoyed it very much, and it reminded me of the works of David Cronenberg. But please beware, if you're squeamish, you may want to reconsider.
Okay, but what would Halloween be without a little horror? Growing up, I always clung to Five Nights at Freddy's due to its twisted world of horror. After the initial film adaptation released in 2023, I've been anxiously waiting for a second film. Well, on October 18th, Blumhouse Studios confirmed that the sequel will be released on December 5th of 2025. What was so interesting about this announcement was that the poster released alongside it gave us our very first look at Toy Freddy, who will be featured in the second film based on the original game series.
Your favorite doll has returned for a sequel of great proportions. That's right, Megan 2.0, the sequel to the 2022 film Megan, has been announced. Details were released to the public during this year's New York Comic-Con by the star of the first film, Allison Williams, and Blumhouse Studios. Not much is known about the sequel, but what we do know is that the OG cast and crew are back, the film is wrapped production, and that it'll be more fun, bigger, and spookier. Oh, and it's set to release on June 27th, 2025. And now, we all know what day it was on October 3rd, right? Duh, it was Mean Girls Day. And you know what that means. The LaSalle Lit Lounge had a Mean Girls movie night. I want to tell you all about it on this segment of So Boom. Take it away, ladies.
Hello everyone, my name is Maddie Green,
And my name is Asada Ba,
and welcome back to So Boom.
where we retell books and movies the only way we know how, terribly. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, LaSalle Lit Lounge, to keep up with us and all of our events.
On October 3rd, Lit Lounge asked us what day it was.
It was October 3rd, so we decided to watch the cult classic,
The messiest high school movie of all time?
Mean Girls.
So Boom. Let's set the scene. Katie Heron, a sweet, innocent girl fresh out of Africa. She's homeschooled her whole life, and now she's about to experience the wild, American high school.
Day one, it's a disaster. She doesn't know where to sit and ends up eating in the bathroom. Old girl is struggling out here. Enter Janice and Damien, the unofficial welcome committee for the weirdos and outcasts. They become her new besties.
And they put her on game. They're like, that's over there, that's the cold, shiny, hard plastics. The most popular girls in school. You got Gretchen, knows everybody's business, Wieners, Karen, the dumbest girl you will ever meet, Smith, and of course, Regina George. How do I even begin to explain Regina George?
Regina George is the queen bee. She runs everything. If you're wearing pink, it's because she told you to. If you cut bangs, it's because she told you they were cute last week. My good sis could end you with a single side eye.
And somehow, Katie gets invited to sit with them. It's like she hit the high school lottery, but Janice and Damien sees this as an opportunity for revenge. They want to take down Regina George, and they're going to use Katie to do it.
So now Katie's living a double life. She's hanging out with Janice and Damien after school, but during school hours, she's sitting with the plastics, spilling all the tea back to Janice. And the mission? Destroy Regina from the inside. It's the Hunger Games, but pink and fetch.
They do not hold back. Katie starts sabotaging her. First, it's the cow team bars, making Regina gain weight without her knowing. Then they mess with her relationship, causing drama with her boyfriend, Amber Samuels. And finally, they turn her own minions against her.
Meanwhile, Katie's out here catching feelings for Aaron, Regina's ex, which is a whole new level of petty. And before you know it, Katie starts becoming a plastic. Next thing you know, she's failing math just to get Aaron's attention, throwing a house party, and ditching Janice and Damien like a dirty little liar. Shawty went from homeschooled sweetheart to queen bee in record time.
But Regina, oh, you know she's not going down without a fight. She finds about Katie's little scheme and hits back hard. She takes the burn book, you know, the one where they write nasty stuff about everyone at school, and spreads it around the entire school. Chaos ensues.
The girls are fighting, screaming, pulling hair, fighting in the halls. Principal Duval is out here like, I can't deal with this today. Everything's a mess, and they have to hold a whole assembly just to get the girls to calm down.
And this is where Katie learns her lesson. She apologizes to Janice, gets back on the right track, and realizes that being mean and fake isn't the move. She even breaks the spring fling crown into pieces and shares it with everyone. You get a crown, and you get a crown, you all get a crown.
And that's on character growth. But wait, we can't forget the most iconic part. Regina gets hit by a bus. Bam! She goes flying, it's crazy. Don't worry though, she lives, just comes back with a whole new attitude.
So now everything's peaceful. The plastics are broken up, and everybody lives their lives drama-free.
Moral of the story, don't try to be someone you're not, and definitely don't mess with Regina George, or you might end up with more than just a burn book entry.
And that's the tea on Mean Girls. This was So Boom. I'm Maddie.
And I'm Asada. Thank you for watching, and make sure to follow LaSalle Lit Lounge to keep up. Until next time. Ooh.
Thanks, girls. That was so fetch.
Ugh, Patrick, stop trying to make fetch a thing.
Okay, but this spooky selection we curated for everyone watching is literally so fetch. So it was October of 2024, and someone asked me if we at Backstage Pass had a Spotify playlist full of spooky tunes. Well, you're in luck. Lucas, Kayla, and I do, in fact, have a spine-chilling selection of spooky tunes for your taste. Let's discuss the selection, shall we?
Here's a cute spooky song to get you in the mood. Nobody Likes You When You're Dead by Zombina and the Skeletones is a certified Halloween hit in my eyes. It was released in 2002 on the Taste the Blood of Zombina and the Skeletones album. The song is actually the most popular from the album and their whole discography, having close to 1 million streams on Spotify, and for good reason. This song, and frankly the entire album, has that 2000s energetic, cute teenage pop punk sound that I love so much. Paired with the spooky lyrics and the aesthetic of the band, this is sure a vibe.
One of the newest additions to our playlist is the Ballad of the Witch's Road, sacred chant version by the cast of Agatha All Along. Yes, you heard that right. When I covered the show earlier, I left out that it has a few musical numbers sprinkled throughout. This one in particular, though, is sung by the cast as a spell to open the door to the Witch's Road. Personally, it gives me chills every time.
A song that I put on the playlist that gives me witchy vibes is Starstruck from the 925 album by the band Sorry, released in 2020. With its entrancing instrumentals with a sense of mystery to it, it gives me the visuals of witches conjuring spells in a forest together. I want to say that this genre is like alt pop, but perhaps you'll just have to listen to it for yourself.
Imagine if it were Halloween every single day. Crazy, right? Well, the band Muse has a song about just that. One of my additions to the playlist is their song titled You Make Me Feel Like It's Halloween. Notably, the song is from 2022 and details a toxic and abusive relationship that makes the narrator struggle to leave the person on the other end. I loved the song on my first listen, personally.
Sounds intense. My next song definitely isn't about that, but it does make it feel like Halloween no matter the time you're listening to it. I'm talking Following Eyes by Soccer Mommy from her 2022 Sometimes Forever album. This song follows the singer recounting in detail a ghostly encounter she had, presumably fictional. Or not? We'll never know. What I love about this song is how it perfectly encapsulates that atmosphere of mystery and storytelling, with descriptive lyrics like following eyes, a sound in the night, like something risen from below, a horrible sight, a chill in my spine, something living in the glow, paired with an indie rock sound that I love. It's like running away through a foggy forest in the night. The spooky vibe is immaculate.
When Halloween lurks around the corner each year, there is one spooky album that I like to bring out as a tradition. That will be Kim Petras' Turn Off the Light, both volumes of course, however. For this playlist, I selected 2 songs you may really enjoy from it. Firstly, we have Close Your Eyes, which is about giving in and confessing your feelings for someone, with a dark and eerie spin on it, of course. Then we have There Will Be Blood. I think the title is self-explanatory in terms of what the song is about. These songs put a dance party-esque twist on traditional Halloween music and are absolutely perfect for a Halloween bash.
I've got a spooky album for you, Lemon Demon's Spirit Phone, released in 2016. This album's got lots of viral internet hits on it, like Touchstone Telephone, Soft Fuzzy Man, Cabinet Man, and even tracks Gravitron and Moon's Quest that were unused opening themes for the iconic Disney Channel show Gravity Falls. But one that I want to highlight is the bonus track titled You're at the Party. This has got to be my favorite song from the album. It's about a party that you, the listener, had been invited to, and as the song goes on, the mystery unravels, revealing something even more confusing, but still terrifying nonetheless. Not only is this song very spooky when you listen to the lyrics, it is high energy and makes you want to dance. If they don't put this song in the queue at all of my Halloween functions this year, I am starting a riot.
If you'd like to check out this playlist, feel free to scan the QR code on the screen or search Live, Laugh, Lurk by @LTV Backstage Pass. Get to listening goals.
I'm going mad over here with how many good songs this playlist has. So many great choices for spooky season. But I'm also going mad over the fact that Sabrina Carpenter has officially kicked off her short and sweet tour and we didn't get to go. But it's okay though, because our fellow member of Backstage Pass, Savannah Yaw, covered everything you need to know about Sabrina's brand new tour. Let's check it out.
Oh, hi guys. You don't know me. I'm new. My name is Savannah Y'all, and I'm here with a new segment on Backstage Pass, where I'll be going over musical artists who are going on tour or who are already on tour We will talk about their fits, what songs they sing, and the lore. So without further ado, let's get started with one of the sweetest people out there. She's been rocking the stage way before she started her own tour with the international leg of Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour. Today I'll be talking about everybody's favorite Tinkerbell, Sabrina Carpenter. Recently just kicked off her very own short and sweet tour, but this time it'll be more than sweet. It's gonna be spicy. If you want a cute, girly pop, rain rot show where you can dress up in your cute little outfits and dance the night away but still feel like you're at a slumber party, then you're going to find the right girl to see live. During her show, she'll love to wear cute little outfits, and sometimes she could say she's a sweetener. Speaking of outfits, let's see what she's in Sabrina's tour's closet. When she comes out in a towel, she will later drop to reveal her bright bedazzled sweetener-colored bodysuit. Then later on in the show, she changes into a sheer dress on the top of the bodysuit that will match the color of the bodysuit she wore earlier. Then during one of her songs, she will switch to a feather boa outfit with a lace bodysuit underneath. Then during surprise songs, she will add a little throwover jacket, and she will come out in a beautiful long dress where she will then take off the bottom part into a short skirt while she will end the show in. Every show has a little surprise song, and the surprise song is chosen when she spins a bottle through a circle that has 1 through 4. They all stand for different songs. One is Mamma Mia by ABBA. The second song is Which Then Don't Impress Me Much by Shania Twain. The third song is Kiss Me by Sixpence. The fourth song is Busy Woman by the queen herself, Sabrina, one of the busiest women out there. And last but certainly not least is Material Girl by Icon Madonna. And since she was in Philly, she made sure to sing Busy Woman. Speaking of her being in Philly, let's talk what she talked about when she sang in there. On Tuesday, October 8th, Sabrina graced the Wells Fargo Center here in Philadelphia, where she opened the show with a short video from her show called The Short and Sweet Show. Some of the songs she sang were Taste, Good Graces was my favorite, Bedcam, Because I Liked a Boy, Please, 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 and then obviously the surprise song, which I got into earlier. But then there's Juno, which is a song she talks about positions and gets into a new position every night. And also she does an encore where she sings Espresso is waking everybody up with a coffee running up her dollhouse-like set. Now into the lore. For all the superstitious fans out there and coming and saying the show Espresso is bad luck for their team, she sometimes comes out in the encore in a sports jersey that is from a team in the city where she's performing in. For example, recently, like I said, she was here in Philly, and we all thought we were going to get a good Red October, which is the playoffs. Not only did she perform on the opening night for the playoffs for the Phillies, but some are saying she came out wearing a Phillies jersey that might have given us bad luck. I don't know. It didn't just happen here in Philly, but it happened in other cities too. She had her second show of the tour in Toronto, Canada. During her encore, Espresso, she came out wearing a bright blue Toronto Maple Leafs jersey. Then came off a couple of days later after the Curran concert. The Toronto team played their first game in this regular season and lost. I think I see a pattern there. No, you don't believe me? Well, there is more. She performed at Wembley Stadium in England during the summer, and later in her show, she also put on a jersey of theirs, which then made England fall short in the Euro Cup. I don't know about you guys, but I believe what I'm seeing. Wow, time really does fly by fast when you're having fun. I'm Savannah, y'all. Thank you for tuning in and watching my segment of Backstage Pass. Bye!
Thanks, Savannah. It's thrilling to see just how much Sabrina is getting around. Much like a lot of the news we have lined up for you today, but warning for this upcoming story as we pivot to a more serious subject.
On October 16th, fans and non-fans alike of One Direction were met with tragic news after the passing of former member Liam Payne broke the internet. TMZ reports that Payne had fallen off a balcony at the Buenos Aires Hotel in Argentina, which resulted in his passing. It was also reported that Payne had been high on drugs before his passing. According to America TV, the reception manager at the hotel placed a phone call to police before his passing, stating that Payne had been, quote, high on drugs, breaking things, and being disorderly in the hotel room, hallway, and lobby, end quote. Many fans online were aware that Payne had been using drugs for years, but most suspect he had been having a harder time as of late due to him being canceled online just weeks prior. Our thoughts and prayers are with him and his friends and family throughout this very difficult time.
So many of us grew up with One Direction in big or small ways. So how about some backstage asks to cheer us up? We asked the students of LaSalle some spooky fall-themed questions. Let's see what they have to say. Hi guys, welcome to Backstage Asks. I'm Kayla McCrae.
I'm Patrick O'Hara.
Lucas couldn't be here with us, unfortunately. He said his plague doctor came to substitute for him. What's your name? Oh, I got a telepathic message. Her name is Sister Dora. So, okay, it's me, Patrick, and Sister Dora, and we're asking people some Halloween questions, for the spooky season, right, Patrick?
Yes, yes.
All right, let's see what they have to say. Hi, what's your name?
Grayson.
My name's Savannah, y'all.
Hey, Kiana, welcome back to Backstage Asks.
I'm Deanna.
I'm Paradise. I'm a freshman here at LaSalle.
My name is Devontre.
Hey, Jack, welcome back to Backstage Asks.
My name is Matt.
I'm Veronica. Aaliyah. My name's Cassidy.
My name is Morgan.
Hi, Alex, welcome back to Backstage Asks. Are you doing spooky?
Yes.
If you had the opportunity, what Halloween or horror movie would you transport into?
I gotta say Hocus Pocus. It's one of my favorite Halloween movies.
Scream would definitely be one I would transfer into.
Personally, I wouldn't survive in any, but I think I would choose the FNAF movie because they seem a lot more friendlier in that one, and I want to be best friends with them.
Conjuring. I think it's a good horror movie. It's like a classic, I think. I think everyone has heard about it, so why not?
Coraline. I love Coraline.
Honestly, Nightmare on Elm Street, I'll just take a bunch of sleep pills and just see where it goes from there.
Are you like suicidal or something? Because that's a suicide mission.
Next question.
Quiet Place. I'd be transported to the black thing because, and we can't all die first because we're all like black.
The Nightmare Before Christmas. Chucky. Because he's short, so I could just kick him.
The Casper, the friendly ghost, because I don't really like scary things.
The movie Halloween.
Dracula. Like that universe of vampires. I feel like that'd be so interesting. So much happens. And everyone just dies. I think it would be fascinating.
Pumpkin spice or apple cider?
Pumpkin spice.
Apple cider.
Probably pumpkin spice.
Apple cider. I hate anything pumpkin.
Pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin spice. Is that even a question?
Apple cider. What about apple cider as a person?
Apple cider.
Pumpkin spice.
I guess pumpkin spice.
Apple cider. I don't like pumpkin.
Apple cider.
What is your favorite candy?
Milky Way.
I love Hershey's cookies and cream.
Kit Kats all the way.
I love Reese's peanut butter cups.
Kit Kat.
My favorite candy has to be Twix.
Well, my favorite chocolate bar is 100 Grand. My favorite candy in general is probably, I don't know, something fruity.
Sour Patch Kids.
I like Twizzlers, but to get on Halloween, I really like Milky Ways. Mine is Jolly Ranchers.
Nerd clusters. Snickers. King size Snickers.
Three Musketeers.
What are you dressing up as for Halloween?
Me and my friends are all dressing up as Mothman, so we're gonna be different types of moths.
First outfit is gonna be a bunny girl from Bunny Girl Senpai, and the second and third one will be a surprise for people.
This Halloween, I'm not too sure, but I can tell you what I was last Halloween. It was Bo Peep from Toy Story.
I'm dressing up as Stewie from The Family Guy. It's ironic because I'm so tall, but that's the joke.
Okay, so me and my friend, she's gonna be Mater. I'm gonna be Lightning McQueen.
I'm dressing up as two people. Thugnificent from Boondocks and Sukuna from Jujutsu Kaisen.
I have no idea whatsoever.
I'm gonna be Miles Morales like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be Max, it's like Goofy's son. I'm gonna be, me and my friends are gonna be Alvin and Chipmunks. I'm Theodore. And me and my friend are gonna be Mario and Luigi, and I'm Luigi.
I'm being Brian from Family Guy, and my friend's being Stewie.
Dressing up as Simon from Alvin and Chipmunks and Mario. So I have 3 costumes. I'm being Raspberry Tort from Strawberry Shortcake. I'm being a purple Care Bear, and I'm also being a Minion.
We are being Strawberry Shortcake and all of her characters and the Care Bears and Minions.
Mothman.
Those were some really good answers. We loved hearing from the students at LaSalle. So, Patrick, I have to ask you, what are you dressing up for Halloween?
I'm going to be the Red Devil from Scream Queens. How about you, Kayla?
I have so many costume ideas, but I think the main one I'm going for is Ellen Ripley from the Alien franchise. All right, well, back to the studio with... Isn't it funny how both of us are wearing the costumes we just talked about? Anyways, thanks to our fellow LaSallians for answering those questions. Now, I feel the need to answer some more of those questions on our behalf. For apple cider versus pumpkin spice, I'm definitely more of an apple cider girly. My favorite candies are always gonna be the gummy and fruity candies like gummy bears or Starburst. And as for a spooky/horror film I'd like to be in, I'd say Beetlejuice or The Craft. What about you, Pat?
I love that you asked that, Kayla. Between apple cider or pumpkin spice, I'd have to go with apple cider. In terms of favorite candies, I would have to go with Sour Patch Kids, regular or watermelon. And for the last question, regarding what Halloween or horror movie universe I'd like to be transported in, well, I'm actually stuck between two. I would love to be transported into the Halloween universe for the thrill of being chased by Michael Myers. But then I would also love to be transported into the Scream 5 and 6 universe for, quote unquote, the plot. If you know, you know. But if you don't know, recently, as of late, Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, took to social media during a Q&A session after one of her shows to talk about the most rude celebrity that she's ever encountered, who she says is Ariana Grande.
What?
Crazy, right? I know. So Ariana clapped back on social media, stating that she has little to no memory of during that time, as this event occurred right after Ariana's Manchester bombing in about 2017. And so with that, Ariana says that she had a lot of trouble being in lots of crowds. She had a lot of PTSD. She hated loud noises, things like that. So she said that during this time, she wasn't really the best with crowds. So she was like, oh, I'm so sorry that like if this affected you this way, but like I didn't mean anything by it. And I think that the two may have made up, but as of right now, it's like, Elvira, why are you starting beef? You
That's
know
crazy.
what I mean? Yeah, so yeah, I mean, what are your thoughts on it?
I would have never thought that like those two would have beef. Like, that's really crazy.
It is.
I need to ask, have you ever seen Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, like the 80s movie?
I have not. Can you tell me about it?
Okay, yeah. So it's like really campy and like kind of dumb, but like that's the whole point. I think she discovers she's a witch or something like that, but it's really funny.
You know, speaking of which, there was a part in our show earlier where we talked about music we added to our show, and one of those featured Elvira. So I think that's pretty cool.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, I think our show ends here for today, but don't worry. You did not take a wrong turn. There's a special place you can team up and connect with us, social media.
Get out your phone and follow us on these various platforms seen on your screen. Give us a follow, leave a comment, and let us know if you have any suggestions. Plus, you can check out this week's segment of Backstage Asks on our Instagram, along with some great behind-the-scenes content. So, make sure you're following us. We don't bite. Thank you all for an incredible show. I'm Kayla McCrae.
And I'm Patrick O'Hara. Happy Halloween from all of us here on Backstage Pass. We'll see you next time.